The original Ben 10 introduced so many great, memorable villains who have been reoccurring throughout the entire Ben 10 franchise. The first season alone had Vilgax, Dr. Animo, Zombozo, Hex, Six, Kevin, the Forever Knights, and the Megawatts. One villain who I feel like doesn't get enough attention as she deserves is Rojo. Rojo is very interesting how it really is Ben's fault that she became as dangerous as she did. She started out as a street level thug, but then after encountering Ben, she then got leveled up with alien technology. Rojo first appears in the episode The Alliance. When the young Ben Tennyson, his cousin Gwen, and his grandpa Max visited a gas station, Rojo attacked with her gang. The three criminals brought with them some dangerous laser guns, and they used them to fight off Ben as forearms. During the fight in outer space, Vilgax ordered his mecha droids to obtain the Omnitrix from Ben's wrist. Now, the mecha droids can only track the Omnitrix when Ben is using it. So by him turning into forearms, he led the mecha droids right to him. During the fight, Grandpa Max was also injured, so Ben had to rush to take him to the hospital after destroying the drones. Rojo was left behind and she examined the destroyed drones. One of them attached itself to Rojo and transformed her into a cyborg. According to the novelization of the episode, after Rojo became a cyborg, her computer brain was programmed to contact Vilgax. Once she got her new Mechadroid powers, she first tried to steal some jewelry, but then Vilgax forced her into a conversation using his telepathy, and now he is sending her to steal the Omnitrix for him. At the end of the episode, Ben realizes he can use Upgrade to return Rojo back to normal. However, when Upgrade merged with Rojo, he saw Vilgax for the first time. And Ben continued to have nightmares with Vilgax in them until he defeated Vilgax at the end of season 1. Interestingly, in the credits of the episode, Rojo is actually named Joey, and she was called Joey on merchandise. We next see Rojo in Season 4 in the two-part episode Ben 10 vs. the Negative 10. Here Rojo is sporting a new suit of armor that she uses in her fight against the Tennysons. She is now working with a group called the Forever Knights, led by Forever King Driscoll. Driscoll set up a group of 10 of Ben's enemies inspired by the Sinister Six. They're called the Negative 10, of course. He assembled the Negative 10 to also help him obtain the sub-energy, but he was thwarted by Ben. There was also an online game based on this episode called Omnitrix Unleashed. Rojo is even featured in the game as a boss battle. Rojo wouldn't be featured again on television until the Ben 10 Ultimate Alien episode Hit 'Em Where They Live. In this episode, Rojo and her old gang were back together, now with flying covercrafts. The three of them tried to rob a train, but were stopped once again by Ben along with Gwen and Kevin. After this episode aired, then the flying vehicles featured in the episode were added to the game Cartoon Network Universe Fusion Fall. And in the game, we learned the names of the other gang members. They are Azul and Amarlio, respectively. Ben 10 co-creator Duncan Rulo also said that Azul and Rojo are in a relationship together. Good for them! The next time we see Rojo would be in the Ben 10 Omniverse episode, The Color of Monkey. In this episode, we see that Rojo is now pretty far deep into the alien criminal underworld of Bellwood. She was hired by the Ben 10 Alien Force villain Simeon, who is the same species as one of Ben's transformations, named Spider Monkey. They were trying to steal an alien baby called the Tiffin. And Rojo was, of course, stopped once again by Upgrade. And Rojo made a cameo appearance in the episode called The Most Dangerous Game Show. That was the last time we've seen this character. I hope Rojo has a future in the Ben 10 franchise. I would love to see her in the Dynamite Ben 10 comic. And hopefully in the comic pages they could address her romantic relationship with Azul instead of just leaving it as a statement on Twitter. But yeah, that's the end of this video. I have made a lot of other Ben 10 videos if you want to watch another one. You might like this one I did about Alan Albright recently. Alright, bye.